Hey guys, and welcome back to another tutorial and tip from Point Index. So I wanted to start the week off with a little promotion of a tool I built a while ago that is also available on the Patreon page on the shop tab. Right at the bottom you find the BBox Group HDA that I find rather useful, and I wanted to show you what it is doing, and I generally think that is helpful for your project and could be very beneficial for your workflows. And since I don't know how to do this kind of operation inside of Houdini otherwise, I built this tool to show you how it's done. And this is the tool in here, the Point Index BBox Group, and I want to show you on the 3D scan from poly.pasta. Shout out to him. If you go to poly.pasta.com, you find Torvald with a huge library of really high quality and awesome 3D scans of all kinds and sorts. Visit him and check out his scans. So usually when I build generators, HDAs and stuff, I tend to work in a loop where I process different mesh parts of my object, or different meshes in general, and I need most often a specific part of that geometry to be selected. Let's say the top part, the most left or right part, and at times this seems quite difficult to achieve with the normal tools in Houdini. Usually you would think it works with the normal group node, and it is doing a kind of okay with the bounding box option enabled. You can go and set your bounding box that you're using, your region, so to speak, your bounding box region, where you can select the things on your object, and it has even a initialize the input geometry, so it snaps to your object, and from here on you can adjust and resize your bounding region to have that specific part selected. But the problem is it is manual work, and you probably don't want to do that for, let's say, 100 objects. And here is the bounding box group that I built that is coming really handy. It becomes really handy for this kind of operations. So what it is basically doing is it makes work of the bounding box node, but it is calculating a bunch of values based on the bounding box that is incoming, or that you can also specify. So this is how it is working. It comes like, I think, like that. This is the default that it has. So it basically it is an enhanced version of the bounding box region in your normal group node, where you can then further specify which parts of your bounding box you wanna select. For instance, the maximum, the minimum, or the centroid of your initial bounding box. And this is the cool part, that is not only providing you with these kind of selective regions of your bounding box selection, but you can also resize it based on that value. So let me showcase it for you. Let's say we want only the bottom part of our object. So you would first you would choose the X and Z centroid, and then you would say like you want the minimum of the bounding box. And the way the size option is working, like it takes your bounding box size, and it is always 1. And if you would halve that, let's say you make 0.5 in the multiplier of the size, it shrinks that down to 50%. So this is the kind of logic behind it. If you want doubling the size, you put a 2 in there, and it would always calculate the minimum position of your bounding and of your object. Right, and of course you are able to make another reference. Let's say you have in here a different object that you want to use as a bounding box and not your specific object that is coming in. You can use a reference object, and you can like select your object, copy paste it in here, and it takes the reference object as the new bounding for the selection. And the only thing that is left to do is just typing your group naming in here, and you have your selection set up. And this is all it's capable of, but it is super handy for me, at least, to use it in my projects for all kind of bounding box selection stuff, where you need to rely on a constant and consistent bounding box selection, but not only that, but specific regions of your object. And obviously it is not bound to any position, so it is quite easy to understand if I am making like a transform in here. Yeah, it is obviously following your object and not depending on the origin, for instance. Yes, this is like everything it's doing. You can obviously now adjust the offset of your initial position setting in here, either max, min, or the centroid. If you know a specific offset of your selection, then I would suggest you give it in here. Either way, the one should help you with everything in here. When we dive in, yeah, like I said, it is calculating all the necessary bounding regions, and then let me see. It's not showing because it's actually calculating stuff, I guess. But in the size and center, it is calculating the bounding box on the fly in expressions. So it's making use of the values that it's coming in from the value attribute wrangle. It is processing them in the size and center. And this is the way. I think this is only the visualizer that is making use of these settings in here to adjust the center and the box. So the visualizer is working like intended to show you where your selection is at the moment. Right, and this is for today. I hope you find this tool also helpful, and see you next time. Bye bye.